Hi, Gaz here, and welcome to
the Bitcoin Project!
Right, let's get started. As you may have seen if you've been watching previous videos on the channel, Keith gave myself and Lee and himself a portion of the Bitcoin that he'd earned, and we decided what we were going to do is we were going to take that money and see if we could turn it into some kind of profit. There were no rules set, we could do it any way we wanted, but I've got some good news. I have been busy for the last couple of days, so I've really not had a chance to actually go ahead with what I've been planning. So the $48 I think it was that I got given by Keith in Bitcoin, with the price of Bitcoin going up, it's now at $50.10. So I've actually made a small profit already, a couple of dollars a day, $1 a day over a couple of days. So that's a little bit of a victory for me, but unfortunately I don't want to just sit there and let that churn over a long period of time. That is a good way of making Bitcoin. If the market grows the way it's looking like it will, holding on to some Bitcoin is going to be a really good idea. But for the purposes of this, we're going to try and do something a little bit different and try and use the Bitcoin rather than just sit on it. So I come up with the idea of possibly doing some cloud mining. Now, cloud mining is very much like the normal Bitcoin mining that we've been talking about. But here, what they do is they have companies have big server farms where they do their own mining. And what they do is they lease you a small part of that facility and the equipment so that you can mine using their kit. Now, obviously, they have the best kit, stuff that will cost you an awful lot of money to get yourself. So way better than any kind of home mining solution that you could possibly come up with. However, you do have to pay maintenance fees and also power costs. So it's a slow starter, and you do need a decent bit of capital to get going. And obviously, with the difficulty of mining increasing all the time, it might be worth trying to find a mine that does something other than Bitcoin, possibly Zcoin or Ethereum. Now, on the subject of Ethereum, what I've actually decided to do with my Bitcoin is to change it into Ether. I'll show you my Ether wallet that I opened a couple of days ago. Now, what I will do, this is a little bit of a strange way that this works to open an Ether wallet. So I will do another video and go through it step by step and how you create it, how you can access it, everything else like that, because it's designed for more people on like the dark web and shady people, really. So the way it works isn't quite as straightforward as Bitcoin with the kind of Bitcoin wallets, blockchain, etc. However, I have found a service that I think works well, which is my Ether wallet. So I've created my very own Ether wallet so I can receive money, and I thought what I'll do is I'll take some Bitcoin and I'll turn it into Ether, and I'll sit on it for a little while, because Ether's, it's an emerging currency. If it has a big explosion like Bitcoin did a few years ago, we could make some good money out of it. So what I've done is I found a site I'll show you now called Changer, and now in Changer what I can do is I can take one digital currency and convert it into another one. So with the current market, I thought that might be a good idea. So what I did is I had a little look at how Bitcoin's doing, and obviously, as I said, this is over the last 12 hours. I have made a couple of dollars in a couple of days with the fact that this has started to climb. It's at quite a high point at the moment. However, if you look at Ethereum, Ether, it's it's been on a high and it's dropped right down low in the last, in the last couple of hours. It's hit pretty much rock bottom there, and it's started to climb again. So I want to try and get in while the going's good, because if I can get this on the downward bounce, change it back when it's up, and if Bitcoin has gone up even more, then hopefully I'll make myself a tidy profit. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into Changer. I'm going to get myself set up. I'm going to transfer. I'm not quite sure how it will work, so I'm going to do this on screen with you, so bear with me if there's any mistakes or any problems, but I thought we're going. So I want to turn Bitcoin into Ether, and what that does, that gives you a calculation. So 1 Bitcoin will get you 87.9 Ether. Now, I don't have 1 Bitcoin, I have 0.6623 whatever it is, so I'm going to put that amount in and see what that gets me. It's not updated yet. That can't be right. There's no way I'm getting 87 Ether for that. Let me reload the page a minute. It might just be it's hanging for some reason. Okay, let's try that again. Bitcoin to Ether. So 1 Bitcoin is 89. So I want to put that much, 0.6652136. Oops, wrong one. Let's have a look. Why is that not updating? It's really annoying. Change charge a 2% fee, so this is getting quite annoying, and the fact that I can't get that to update that figure, whatever that's supposed to be. Okay, let me put my address in and see what it does when I put an address in. I'll put an email address in there. And I'll try and exchange, and hopefully it will calculate the right amount for me. So I'm going to get 5.8 Ether. That seems to be a better idea. So I have to send that Bitcoin to this address. So I'm going to copy that address, go to my wallet, and go to send. .066522136. With the fee, I don't have quite enough. It's total available minus the fee, which is that much. So if I'll have to change that to that amount and do it again. So you're going to give me a new address to send to. That should be the right amount now. So if I change that to that, let's give me the same address. Let's call it Ether. So it's $49.99. So it's costing me 11 cents to do this, but hopefully that should be right. So I'm going to send that now. So that should empty me out. I've successfully sent my Bitcoin. Right. I've sent it to the Changes Central wallet. And then they're waiting for the confirmations. So once that's done, then it should work out where it needs to go. Then it will send it to my Ether. So at the moment we're waiting for the confirmation. So what I'll do is I'll pause the video here. As soon as it's done, I'll put it back up, and then you can see what's happened. Right, and I'm back. That took a little bit longer than I was hoping. I got a little bit jittery actually, because it took just over half an hour. It kept saying that it was waiting for pending confirmations. So I started to get a little bit concerned that something dodgy was going on. But since then, it was just after 10 past 5, the exchange went through, and now in my Ether wallet you can see I have 5.8382 Ether. Equivalent value at the moment in US dollars according to my Ether wallet is 49.26 US dollars. So I've lost best part of $1 in the transactions going from one to the other, but obviously that was luckily part of the profit I'd made over the last couple of days with the Bitcoin going up. So I'm still in profit at the moment, and now if you look at the Bitcoin chart, it's had a little bit of a wobble in the last few minutes, but it's still climbing, and Ether did what it says. It hit that kind of rock bottom kind of point, and now it's started to steadily climb. So if this carries on, hopefully this goes back up to there or even higher, and the Bitcoin carries on going up against the dollar, when I do my conversion back, I should have made some money. But I'm going to leave this video here. Make sure, if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget, if you want to donate, you can use the link that I put on screen again for you now. And it's also in my description below. Don't forget, if you want to talk about Bitcoin and what we're doing, make sure you join the comments down below and start kind of giving your feedback, give us some ideas, give us some anything you kind of think we should be doing with this Bitcoin, and we'll take it all into consideration. Right, thanks for watching. Take care. I'll see you in the next video.